Yo guys, what's going on? Ace is here today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be seeing, can you still farm scavs on 12-12 being marked and cursed? And I already know the answer is yes, but hey, for the video, I'll act like I have no idea. Basically, all you do for marked and cursed scav farming is you bring in a pistol and nothing else. So literally your kit consists of a pistol, some ammunition, and maybe an extra magazine. We're going to be doing this on factory. The only thing you need is a factory key. You don't need anything else. I bring painkillers just in case one of those scavs blacks out my leg and I don't want to limp to the extract. I'd rather just run there. So that's why I have painkillers here. But there's 6 spaces here for any quick loot that you can put in there. The rest you just throw on your PMC and you leave the raid and you repeat. During prime time hours, I wouldn't recommend doing this. Just play your normal raids. But if you're early in the morning or super late at night when the queue times are pretty fair, around a minute to 2, then this is a great way to get some free cash and some free gear if you're struggling a little bit. Now, if you're well off like myself, you don't really have any need to do this. You can just regularly play the game. But if you want a little bit of free gear or just need a little bit of XP, this is a great way to do it. Let's head in factory. Let me show you what to do, man. All you need is a pistol. All right, man, we are loading up. Queue times are only a minute. You really can't beat that if you want some free gear. But if you're running into like 3, 4, 5 minute queue times, there's just no reason to do this. I mean, look at this. We're loading in about a minute and a half. So what we're going to do right away is we're just going to stay where we're at. There's a 50% chance a scav is going to rush you. The other 50% of the time, usually the scav locks on to somebody else and doesn't make it to you. You can either reset or play out the raid, try and find a little bit of gear. But let's see what happens this time around. This is a really bad spawn for this. I mean, to be honest, that's essentially it. I mean, look at all this gear we have. In a matter of seconds. I'm going to be greedy and check pockets. Nothing. PMC right there. Alrighty. Gonna try and head out of here. And that is literally as easy as it is. Is that simple. Alright, so 1,000 XP for that, mind you. That's a nice amount. We got that headshot, so that bumped it up a little bit. Alright, man, so here's everything we got. We're not looking at the pistol. We're not looking at the pistol mag. These are all external things. So I have to clear out a little bit of space in the stash. So let me do that. Alright, so I got us a little workspace here. We got a little area here and a little bit of a strip up here that we can use for some space. So we have first the body armor. This is going to be 23 of 40, so I don't think we can sell that to Ragman right away, but I could be wrong. We'll check. No, so we have to put a little repair work into it, but don't worry, the 3M is cheap. It's going to be 1,700, so we're going to sell that right back to him. So now we're up about, we'll just call it 11,000 rubles. Already paid for our kit right there, and we still have everything else. So we have the shotgun shells. They're not going to be a lot, but every little bit helps. Now, I'm not sure if we can sell this to Jaeger or not, so let's try it. Now, if you don't have Jaeger, you're going to have to sell it to Mechanic for about 1,000 rubles less. We can, so that's 13,000 right there. So now we're up to, like, what, 25K? Go to Mechanic. There we go. Now we're up to 32,000 rubles. Now I'm going to quick sell all this stuff, but hey, anything you want to sell on the flea market, you can definitely do that, but I'm just going to quick sell it. All right, so that knocks us to about 40K. And then just to be on the safe side, we'll just call it 40,000 rubles after we sell this knife, even though it's probably closer to 43K. So in about 2 minutes, 2, 3, 4 minutes after the raid and everything's said and done, We'll just call it 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, we made about 40K. All right. That is easy, easy money. So here is a little breakdown. Let's say it took us 5 minutes total and we made 40K. You could do that 12 times an hour, and if you made that same amount every single time, you'd be making almost 500,000 rubles per hour. You'd be making 480K an hour. Now, that scav did not have a backpack, so that's one less item we couldn't sell to Ragman, and there might be stuff in those backpacks when you kill those scavs. In that instance, there wasn't. So usually the ceiling is a lot higher when it comes to just killing that first scav and extracting. However, sometimes you get a bad scav like that. Luckily, he had that sprut on there with the flashlight that knocked it up another 6,000 rubles, or it would have been like 35K. Regardless, the scavs are easy money. You can also farm your scav the same exact way, which I'm going to show you now as a little bonus for you guys. All right, so we go on our scav, and then we just queue up regular factory. All right, guys, so we're loading up on our scav now. The queue time was almost 5 minutes, so honestly, I wouldn't recommend it, but I wanted to show you guys this method too. So all we're going to do is run right to extract. So we're actually in the same spot. It took me a second to actually figure out where the hell I was. But we're just going to run straight to the extract. Alright, so all this gear that we have right here is also all free. Literally, what? 30-some second raid? 29 seconds. So in 29 seconds, plus the 5-minute queue time, we have all this to deal with now. Just letting you guys know, I'm not removing any space for a sling. The slings cost like 1,000 rubles when they're quick sold, so we're just going to chalk that up as a loss, but that'd be another 1,000 rubles that you guys would be able to get from quick selling to Ragman. All right, so now we are going to sell that Keter for 20K. We got some more stuff here. Got all this stuff yet. There's almost another 20. After the knife, we'll be at 40. And I'll just sell the rest of this shit to Jaeger. We'll just call it 40. Once again, in 5 minutes. So there you go. About 45K at the end of the day. I mean, you're basically on an hourly rate of about 500,000 rubles if you just farm like this. It's super easy to do, man. And honestly, if you guys are struggling at all in the game, just put in an hour of this. Get yourself some, you know, off the ground money to do whatever you need to do, task, buy at least a good kit or something, and just go from there, man. It's super easy to do. It's honestly kind of fun once you really start getting some lucky gear from scavs, just one-tapping them off the rip on factory. But if you found this video helpful or enjoyable, informational, whatever adjective you want to use, make sure you leave a like on it. Subscribe if you're new. Sponsors and equipment description below. That's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I'm out.